operating at this board. So that's at least how I can explain my concerns about trying to be guarded in how we address the issue while still engaging one-on-one with residents. And I will say this, I read a lot of things on Facebook, but for everyone that posted it, for every 10 people that wrote on Facebook, one of them called me. I'm not that hard to get a hold of. My cell phone is easy. I give it to anybody I want, and we're here at the meetings. I'm at the office. I'll come meet you. We can go to Linda's place and have coffee. I'm willing to share one-on-one, but to post something or to take some official action outside of this position, somewhere in there we cross a line where later you're going to say, boy, I was trying to do a good thing and now it's being thrown in my face. With that, I'll ask you, Mr. Huth, to comment, because I'm sure you've been through enough of these cases to know what could happen next.
And just recently with Kroger and another community, they came, asked for 2 requests to their property. One was a gas station. The community turned them down. We heard from corporate in Ohio and said, we're not interested in litigating, and Kroger came back and found a site that was appropriate. Township board approved it. So my sincere hope is that Kroger does the right thing here and chooses to find a location, as some of the residents have mentioned, that makes sense for a gas station. The current one, the Clark one or Speedway. So that's what I hope they take the same action.
So the residents know that doesn't preclude Kroger from actually suing us at this point.
Right.
They have that right by law that when we deny, I don't know, 3069, I don't know what it is, but they do have a right to, if they want to litigate the township, they can.
Right. So from a legal perspective, it's fair to say that there is an appeals process, which would be in circuit court. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Right. And it's also important to understand that we can't look at, and I'm not going based on knowledge or history, but we can't look at, say, a case that occurred in Sterling Heights and say, well, they went to court and they won, or they went to court and they lost, because each of these cases come with their own unique things. Maybe the zoning circumstances were different. Maybe there wasn't rezoning involved, but the issue was still turned down by Planning Commission. Maybe there's a site that was proposed that was a former gas station and they were turned down, and a judge looked at that and said, look guys, you let a gas station there before. Maybe another case is adjacent to residential property and the legal process says, well, you know what, just like that judge, the fellow says, would I want that in my backyard? So looking at other cases I don't think is a good way to say what will or won't happen. They have those options available to them. So, any other public or board comment?
I just wanted to comment, if you would have sent me an email regarding the Kroger property, I wouldn't have responded for this reason, because we have to be very careful about what we're discussing privately. We think it's privately until someone FOIAs it for a lawsuit, and then that's not so private anymore.
Right.
That's why I won't, in some cases, will not discuss anything with a township resident unless it's in email.
Yeah,
so that I'm protected.
Right, and as an example, as much as I know there's passion, say at a planning commission meeting, you get here, you get work, there's a process. It goes to planning commission. Mr. Tominello is our liaison. It's his role to be there and to carry that information forward. And I have a legal right as a resident to come forward and speak and voice my opinion, but that position also as a board member, again, can lead to problems. And you just, I managed to go about 42 years dealing with maybe 1 or 2 lawyers, and in the last 5 years, I've dealt with a lot more. So we got to be careful.
I just want to say, I believe I received your letter, and I didn't know that you wanted a response. It looked to me as it was a letter with a concern letter, like.
I did not send you an email.
Okay, I receive a lot of emails, from citizens
And I did a search on my phone. I could not find that, and it may have been deleted, or I might not have searched for it, but
But there were some of your neighbors that we certainly did get. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know that I received through the public email some letters from your neighbors. So
Linda knows whether she likes the response or not. I respond to her email. So, and if I don't, she writes me again and says, "How come you didn't respond?" And I tried. So.
Well, and that's my point. That I could always get an email back, and I could say I can't talk about it.
Right.
That's right. Anything.
Sure.
My phone number and everything is in that email. So.
Fair enough. All right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
All right, we got a motion. Is there a second?
Support.
Support. All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, board.
William.